Huh. Okay, Adam. We're going on to our last topic of the day,
Yeah.
which is Chrono Trigger was released on Steam last week, and people are not happy. Why is that, Adam?
Because it's a direct port of the iOS and Android version.
Huh. Why do you think people would be so mad about that?
Because mobile games fucking suck.
Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But why? Go into more detail. Why do you think?
The menus look terrible.
Yeah, they look like they were written in Microsoft Word with like basic whatever.
But the whole game basically is like in like a white Arial font on a
it's
gray
like
background.
Yeah, it's gray with white font. It's so boring. Looks like someone just typed it on their keyboard and punched that in there. The menus are like awkwardly big because clearly they're designed for your thumbs and not for a controller, so they take up a good portion of the screen. Now,
It's literally a direct port. The only thing that you would be missing is touchscreen controls.
Now, a lot of people are complaining that the game looks bad. And usually,
I don't know if I agree with that one.
I was gonna say we were looking at gameplay footage of it. I looked at actual gameplay footage of the DS version, which Adam and I think both consider the best version of Chrono Trigger that you can buy.
Yeah.
That's what you should buy is anything. But apparently, people are not very happy with the way it looks. To be honest, I didn't think it looked too terrible.
Other than the menus.
The menus, yes.
Menus
the menus
are atrocious.
You can just tell they stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
They just don't look right.
The game graphically doesn't look that bad. I think one of the problems with it, though, is that it's locked at a certain display.
It locks
aspect
at whatever
ratio.
you're... Yeah, they said it adjusts itself to all these different type of display ratios, but apparently it's just locked to whatever you have. That's a little technical for me, but it was like saying like if you have like 600 by 800, I believe
1600 by 800,
something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't go too much into that type of detail because it's not something I'm too familiar with. But yeah, apparently it's locked at whatever you're at, whatever you're displaying it on. It just kind of adjusts itself to that. But here's the thing: I was surprised at that. I was like thinking, oh, this game's gonna look like trash. This game's gonna be like muddy. The game's colorful and pretty looking. The music's still amazing. I mean, if you get anything, me bringing the focus back to that dent now was hurting my head. But Chrono Trigger. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I think if you put a top 10 list out there, I think most people would say that it's a top 10 JRPGs of like all time.
Oh, yeah.
It's beloved.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of cheap.
Overpriced on Super NES.
Oh, definitely overpriced. I have my box copy. Got that for helping somebody move.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I got Chrono Trigger in box, Secret of Mana in box, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition, all in box for helping someone move a mattress. It's a good deal. Really good deal.
Yeah, that's an excellent
deal. They were like, hey, I know you have a truck. Would you do this? And I'll give you these. I was like, fuck yeah. Oh yeah, I got the Goemon game for the Super Nintendo that I gave you the box for.
Yeah. Which is also a good game.
I got that too. But here's the thing. Yes, as I was saying, a lot of people would consider Chrono Trigger one of the top JRPGs. It's beloved. It's been ported to everything. Why would you put out the mobile version? Like, did you not expect that, like people were like, yeah, this is pretty good for our mobile version, but like, they just not want to do any work? And
I guess.
You can't remap any of the controls or anything like that, unlike you can with all the other versions. Like, the DS gives you a bunch of features to remap and change the screen layout and all that stuff. It's just lazy. And then they did this big giant trailer for it that made it seem like it
almost made you seem like you were getting the 3DS or the DS version.
I could be wrong in saying this. Did the game trailer show any of the iOS graphics?
The menus? I don't think it did.
I don't think it did. They totally tried to play it off like this was a full-on port of like the original, not a downgraded version. Now, to be fair to everybody, I mean, right now the game currently holds a 50. It has a 3 out of 5. It's like a 50 or 60% on Steam right now. Not a very good rating. But to be fair, you are getting Chrono Trigger. Bad version or not, yeah, the menus suck. The music's great. from what I was seeing, perhaps everybody's screen is different. I thought the game looked fine.
Yeah.
Besides the shitty menu during the fighting mechanics and
the
organizing
locked aspect ratio.
and the locked aspect ratio,
I don't really see the complaint.
I really don't. Yeah, I'm not really one of those people who's just jumping on the bandwagon of it's a fucking shitty port. You are getting Chrono Trigger. And you don't have to buy another console for it. Unlike, if you want to play it on the PlayStation, well, you got to go get a PS2 or a PlayStation 1.
Or PS3.
Or PS3.
Yeah, all PS3s will play PS1 games.
Okay, yeah, but you have to do that. You want it on the DS? Okay, go buy that, which that's risen in price. That's, I believe you can't really buy it new anymore, and the game normally sells now for about $30-$35, which probably is about it new anyway. So you don't have to do that. And you don't have to buy a Super Nintendo and try to buy a $120, $30, $40 cart. You're only paying about, $17-$20 for that, I'm going to assume? Maybe even $15 to $20, I'm going to say.
I don't know. I haven't logged into Steam in quite a while.
Let me see. Chrono Trigger Steam cost. Let's see. I'm just saying. Just letting everybody. It's $14.99. Okay. It's $14.99.
There are very shitty Half-Life mods that cost more money than that.
Yes. Now, I'm not going to agree that buying a $14 mobile game is justifiable. I'm just going to say, just take a step back and just think about it. You could either buy it on another version and I don't think they have physical versions of it. Do they have it on any of the old Switches or something like that? Could you buy it on the Wii U or the Wii console? I don't know if you could.
It's like a WiiWare title, you mean?
Yeah. Could you do that?
I think so. For a virtual console, you might have been able to.
Let me see. I'm going to go to its Wikipedia page and see what it was available for. Okay. Because
either way, you're better off going and buying a DS Lite for $50 and getting.
It says it was available on Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Nintendo DS. I don't know what iMod, iOS, Android, and Microsoft, and so those are phones.
Those are the mobile versions,
and now the Steam version. So yeah, you were pretty much, for what I'm seeing, you were stuck to a $140 cart for the original experience.
Plus the hardware if you don't already have it.
Plus the hardware if you don't already have it. So let's just say if you're lucky enough to find a Super Nintendo for less than $90, we'll just say $50 even.
Which I think the game that it came on was Anthology, wasn't it? It's
that's
Final
for the
Fantasy VI.
That's for the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's 6 and Chrono Trigger together.
Yes, for the PlayStation, you get a...
And that usually runs, $30, $40?
I'm going to say 20.
20?
Yeah, I'm going to say 20, but you still have to buy a system for it.
Yeah, you still have to...
So if you
either
don't
have the hardware or... go out and buy a PS1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, you can't put it on a laptop. And then Nintendo DS is, you got to find... you're probably going to buy a system for, let's say, to get the cheapest version you could possibly get, probably $50 for an original DS.
Or, you know what you could do? Not that I'm advocating this, but you could always get an emulator and with a controller that plugs into a USB that looks like a Super Nintendo controller and just play the ROM.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Adam?
$0.
We don't know shit about ROMs, apparently.
Yeah, what are you... I don't know. I feel like I was just possessed for a second.
Yeah, we don't know shit about emulators.
Yeah, what's an emulator?
Yeah, we're just stupid when it comes to it. That's